Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to Test 2 Plus again today. I'm Trace. This is episode 4 of 5 in our series on immigration. Make sure you watch the other episodes if you haven't already so you can get up to speed. We've talked about where citizens even come from, some definitions of terms for immigration, and also what would happen, if people are kind of hostile toward it. What are the negatives? Today, we're going to talk about the positives. So let's start by looking at countries with open door policies or lean immigration laws. Ireland has immigrants coming from Africa, from South Asia, from Southeast Europe, from Eastern Europe. And Ireland grants political rights to non-citizens, like voting, joining the police force, running for local office. Case in point, in a Dublin suburb, they elected a Nigerian-born mayor. It's Ireland's first black mayor, and his name I'm probably going to mispronounce, but I'll try it, is Rotimi Adebari. I'm definitely not going to try and pronounce the name of the neighborhood, but you can search for him on the internet. Either way, that happened because Ireland had this friendly open door policy, and the result might be that Ireland does have currently the #1 fastest growing European Union economy as of 2015. Spain, immigrants come there from North Africa, from Latin America. They also have a booming economy. They have a huge construction industry, large amounts of minimum wage agriculture and service jobs, and thus have one of the leading EU economies in 2015. In New Zealand, by way of East Asia and the Pacific Islands, they want the best. This is what they've said. They're in a talent search. It's like Star Search for immigration. David Cunliffe, the former immigration minister, said that New Zealand was in a global race for talent, and we must win our share. They recognize that not all immigrants are created equal. Highly skilled applicants exist across all sorts of different fields, and they want to accept people that they think can help New Zealand. It will boost their economy and their population. With high standards of living and low rates of poverty, New Zealand seems to be doing A-OK. Israel, which also has a pretty open-door immigration policy to a slightly lesser extent. Israel does want to remain a Jewish state, so 40% of Israel's population are immigrants, and they give grants to people as an incentive for Jewish immigrants specifically. Grants range from $3,000 to $10,000, and under Israeli law, Jews are automatically granted citizenship in the state of Israel. They do have, however, in Israel, low unemployment, healthy economies, and a growing GDP, so it seems to be working for them as well. That illustrates that, yes, you can have an open-door policy for a variety of different types of people in a variety of different ways, and many of those ways seem to be beneficial. And that's just the health of a whole country. What's the value of, say, an immigrant nation? Perhaps you've heard of one. Hello, United States of America. Our country hosts roughly 20% of the world's migrants, even though we only have 5% of the world's total population. More than 45 million immigrants live in the United States, according to United Nations figures. That's 14.3% of the whole population of our country. They are all immigrants. More than 4 times as many people living in any other nation in the world, and we're a pretty good case study for that, I think. Immigrants create jobs for Americans. They own businesses here in the United States. Some of the most famous people in the history of our country were immigrants. Einstein, Tesla, Musk, John Oliver. He's an immigrant. He's actually a citizen now. Sergey Brin, one of the founders of Google, if you haven't heard of that guy or that company. Seriously, immigrants. And even just generally, immigrants benefit Americans. The Social Security Administration estimates that 75% of illegal immigrants pay into Social Security and they can never claim it. In 2005, they estimated that they paid about $7 billion a year in Social Security. It seems great if you're an American. I would like it, I would hope, personally, that those people get to become citizens and cash in on that, on all their hard work. Immigrants are engineers, they're scientists, they're innovators, they're job creators, and according to the Census Bureau, despite making up only 16% of the resident population holding a college degree, immigrants represent 33% of engineers, 27% of mathematicians, statisticians, and computer scientists, and 24% of physical scientists. That's a lot. The Immigration Policy Center estimates that the purchasing power of Latinos and Asians, many of whom are immigrants, that will reach $1.5 trillion for Latinos and $775 billion for Asians by this year, 2015. That's a huge amount of money. Immigrants make up this country, and they aren't in the passenger seat. They are one of the drivers. It's a big deal. On top of all that, guys, the thing we haven't even addressed, aside from the economic concerns, is cultural richness. Countries are made better by being diverse. People are better. Bilingual people's brains work better, so having to speak more than one language, understand more than one culture, that helps us in the end. Have you ever eaten a burrito in Southern California or in Northern California? Have you ever had Italian food in New York? Have you ever had Asian food pretty much anywhere? Chinese food? Thai? Any of those things. Music and fashion and technology. All of these things are affected by immigrants to the United States who came here to build a better life for themselves and in the end may have also built a better life for the rest of us. Google, eBay, AT&T, Yahoo, Nordstrom's, Kraft, Sara Lee. I think I might be hungry. The list just goes on. There's a lot of different places that immigrants have affected our history. And many of these companies and many of these people have made their way around the globe. They are famous now. And they started here in the US because we had an open door policy, or more or less, to immigrants. Give us your tired, your poor, your huddled masses. Immigrants are great. But when I mentioned that they've now become famous across the globe, the whole globe doesn't treat immigrants the same. And sometimes if we were to just open all the doors, open all the doors everywhere, what would that look like for immigration? To find out more about that, come back tomorrow, and we'll talk about globalization here on Test Tube Plus. I'm Trace, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you come follow me on Twitter. I'm @TraceDominguez. Let us know down in the comments how you feel about immigration. Do you think it's a good thing or a bad thing now that you've learned a little bit about it? And we will see you tomorrow on Test Tube Plus.